Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in April 29th. Today is Monday, and today's thumbnail is ETFs all over the world, altcoin bull market. So, the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF now has been approved after the United States. Now it came to the East Asia. And now the Australia is right now it's trying to approve the Bitcoin ETF also. And even in South Korea, there are a lot of politicians that are trying to get through the Bitcoin ETFs in South Korea. So after the start from United States, now they are trying to widen the area where we can do the Bitcoin ETF. So as this trend goes, probably Bitcoin will get enormous amount of money inflow, and it will eventually make Bitcoin increase all the way back up. But I think that is not right now, and let's see what will gonna happen in future. So this is a Bitcoin premium chart in 3 p.m. today. And right here, so we had a L signal and LB signal, so it recovered from this downward and increased all the way back up to the Goya line. But with an S signal, it was moving around to the Goya line in the Sunday, and now it eventually had a big drop with an S2 and SB signal. So it came all the way down. It's around 3 p.m. So we were gonna have a look at current price later. And this is a dominance chart for today's 3 p.m. also. And Bitcoin now just dropped from this 55%, and now it's moving around 54%. So still, Bitcoin is having a lot of dominance in the market. And Ethereum's dominance increased all the way up. So when Bitcoin started decreasing, Ethereum had increased, and it was it's Saturday right here. So it increased dramatically, but now it fell all the way down to the 17. And the altcoins are starting to keep decreasing. So which means that Ethereum got all those things, and monies out from Bitcoin and altcoins are now moved to this Tether. So the Tether dominance increased around the week. And this is a Goya Dominance 1 chart from 26th 4 p.m. to today 3 p.m. So it spiked up, so it was around 40 points, and it moved in sideways for a while, and now it dropped all the way down to 4 points. So we were gonna have a look at this later too. And this is a liquidation heat map for the last 24 hours. And from here, you can notice that it didn't pass, 24 hours, but the liquidation amount is not that dramatical. So Ethereum had a big decrease, so it liquidated a lot of long positions, and Bitcoin also. So overall, cryptos all fell. So the total amount of liquidation is $101.2 million. And I still think this, of course, it's a big money, but how do I say, in a relatively, so comparing to the past liquidation amount, I think 100 million is not that much. So maybe people are waiting or trying the spot trades more to the Bitcoin. No, that won't be true. But I think people are just now in a very careful mood. And in the last 4 hours, it has dropped more. So the total liquidation, it's $40 million in the last 4 hours, and the portion, if you look at here, the long position is 38 and 2 in the short positions, so it's almost 19 times more. So that is a huge amount of difference. So this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin. So starting from yesterday 3 p.m., it was moving in sideways for a long time, almost like 12 hours. And starting from here, 7 a.m. today, it had a sudden drop, and all those positions were liquidated and made another drop. So after moving in sideways, another drop, another drop. So those long positions were all liquidated. Now it was moving over here. So the where the assets gathered a lot. So right, this place is a 64.4K. So if it reaches there, the lot of short positions were all wiped out. And just down here to almost near here, we can see that if it drops to 61K, then it will probably liquidate those long positions, everything. And this is a liquidation heat map for the Ethereum. So Ethereum also moved in sideways and had a big increase yesterday. No, not today morning. So it liquidated short positions, but had a significant drop for in 12 hours. So long positions were all liquidated here, and we can see that yellow thing. So it's right now it's moving in sideways. So over here would be 3,235, and up here would be 3,267, and down here would be 6,139. So it will probably move around here. That's an easy guess. And this week we have a lot of hiring related indicators, and we have an interest rate decision at the Thursday, so this will be very important. But as you guys all know, a lot of indicators increased, so which show that the employee market is very strong according to the numbers. So I think interest rate cut for May, it's impossible, I think. So if the interest rate doesn't change, then it will just stay the same. And interest rates, yeah. Now this is an article which I mentioned in the thumbnail. So Australia's top exchange may approve spot Bitcoin ETFs this year. So when they start approximately right here, $3 billion to $4 billion will inflow to the market in first 3 years after approved. So now the Hong Kong also recently started the spot ETFs, and they will start trading by tomorrow in East Asia time. And I think these inflow of money to Bitcoin will secure its place. But now many people are expecting a altcoin market from now. So maybe Bitcoin would have a break after the halving. Now, upcoming Wednesday, the FOMC will announce the interest rate, and that Wednesday is not in the East Asia standard, it's from the United States. So, however, since there are a lot of inflation going on, so it is likely to not cut it. And the possibility for interest rate cut, it's 33%, which was calculated by the CME, the Chicago, and they have previously expected a 83% a month ago, and it changed in just 1 month. Now they are focusing on the economic indicators related with hiring, which is closely related to the inflation. And there will be a lot of hiring things going on this week, so that might affect FOMC to decide the interest rates. Now this is a RSI heat map, and this is from last Friday, and it's overall downwards. So cryptos are at the weak place and some at the old oversold place, but overall cryptos were staying at the middle. But today you can notice that those cryptos at the middle came all the way down. So now this place is very, it's full of cryptos are all over in the weak place. So at these times, I always tell you that find a crypto that might rebound, one of these. So try to get a rebound profit from it. Now let's have a look at premium chart. So let's start with the Bitcoin. Now the current dominance just dropped to -3, so it's keep going down, and that's not a good signal. But right now the score chart, the score is over the market price, above the market price. So when it had a big drop, it didn't rebound it, and now it's moving in sideways, I think. And as this Goya line goes down, and if this price moves in sideways, it will meet around somewhere tonight or maybe early tomorrow. But if we have an additional L signal or something, then it will probably rebound to the Goya line. But after that is an important thing. So if you press SR just a few hours before, it dropped all the way down to 61.888K. So this place is a first 1, 2, 3 support lines. And right here, there are 2 resist lines. So this peak here and this peak here. And I personally recommend you to just don't care about this resist line. The first one is near the Goya line, so I suggest you to focus on the support and the Goya line for a while, since the Bitcoin's position is weird. And now Ethereum right here. So when it got a lot of dominance inflow, so it increased all the way up with an L and L2 signal. So it jumped up, and peaked almost to the 3.37K. But it dropped, and there we got an SB signal and Goya RSIS together, and it dropped with a big 2 minus candles. So even we got an S2 signal, and it's still falling. So I think the tactic is the same. Think of down here as a support and trying to DCA in when it gets cheaper. So the support lines are here: 3150, 310, 3.062. These lines are support lines, it says, but I think I would suggest this by 4 and by 3 line would be a good place to DCA in. And up there right here, when it peaked here, 3.365K, that is the first resist. And as always, think of the Goya line first when the candle is under the Goya line, and then think of another resist line. And let's have a look at Ripple. I think Ripple is showing a nice move right now. So maybe the May is for the Ripple. I thought like that in the morning, but it all changed the atmosphere since the Bitcoin and Ethereum is also falling. So it was moving in sideways, and L2S to L2S2. So this lot of signals proves that it was moving in sideways. But with an S signal, S2SB, it dropped all the way down, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it is following it. But now, if you look at here in the trading view, it is trying to climb up again. So around here. So maybe it will meet the Goya line in a few hours. The score chart is quite positive, so I suggest you guys to focus on the Ripple. So the resist line is here before it falling, and support line is right here, 0.49. And I always say that take Ripple for a long time, so HODL, hold it. And the price under 0.5 is quite a good price to gather some Ripples for the future. So when it gets cheaper, I suggest you to buy it. And finally, Dogecoin. Just same as the Bitcoin and Ethereum. It tried to climb up, but fell all the way down. Now it's moving around 0.14. Oh, it seems like it crawled up, so maybe it will reach over here, this half place first. So when I mentioned this big candlestick, always there's a possibility to rebound all the way to the half. And if after that, I think it will probably go meet the Goya line, just as the other coins. So before falling, it's a first resist, and this low point right here. So buy 1, 2, 3, 4 is all near at the 0.13. So when the Dogecoin's price goes under 0.14, that would be a good place to DCA in for the spot traders. And the futures might try a long positions. Might, I always say might. So the overall crypto is just like now, and I personally hope that tomorrow's Hong Kong's Bitcoin ETF and other things might positively affect the market. And that's my hope. And I wish you guys to have a safe trading today also with the Goya Premium chart. And thank you for listening.